Alright guys, I wanted to make a quick video because the new Prismatic Evolutions Super Premium Collection was recently dropped on PokeBeach.com and you can already see that there are some listings on eBay for the Premium Ultra Premium Collection, or the Super Premium Collection, sorry. Now, most of these are just photos, so if you look at these, any of these that are about $100 or less are all photographs. So if you buy these, you will likely just be sent a picture of this. People are saying that they're trying to do this in order to, try to scam bots, and because they hate people who are botting and think it's taking away from everyone else in the hobby. I don't know if anybody would actually bot eBay. I feel like it wouldn't really make sense to bot eBay. This person is trying to sell it for $500. Maybe they get it, maybe they don't. You might put this in, and you might never even get it because they just take your 500 and assume that they're going to get some, and they might not get any, so they just pretty much take a loan from you. So be on the lookout. If you see any of these on eBay, make sure you're reading them clearly, because they could just be photos. And I've heard that apparently eBay might side with the sellers because they are being explicit in what their title is. They're saying that the description is just an image, and so they cast blame on the buyer for buying it. So just be careful. Really only buy. I would really only buy from trusted sources, even though they are the sources that get bought out really quickly. But you don't want to spend this kind of money on just an image. So just be on the lookout. Be careful. Read everything. Make sure that you are getting what you are getting, and that way, or it's advertised as what you want, because then you might be able to have a case of getting your money back. But just be careful. But the main reason I wanted to do this video is Brandon Martin, aka Mystic Rips, recently did a video on TAG. And I watched it. I always thought that, what TAG was doing was something that was cool. I didn't even know of TAG, but I always thought it would be a really cool idea to utilize AI in actually grading these cards, because you have, PSA and BGS and CGC inconsistencies where some of these cards look really clean, or maybe not look as clean, and they get grades that don't really make sense. So a really clean card might get like a 7 or an 8, and then a card that's super off-centered or has dings in it gets a 10 somehow. So TAG has come in. They've been doing this for a while. Go watch his video. He kind of goes into the history, how long they've been doing this, and what they're utilizing and leveraging. But my favorite thing is the consistency. And they're actually using computer vision, which I am actually currently studying in college. So it's really cool seeing what they're doing and how they're leveraging it to grade these cards, and they're being more and more consistent. They're constantly revising their model, so that way it gets even better and better. I also like a new system that they've implemented, which I will go into after he kind of talks a little bit.
When you grade a card with TAG, they give you detailed images of your card and a very detailed grading report, so you know exactly why your card got a 10 or a 9 or whatever. All the other grading companies, they don't do this. The other grading companies, they...
So those images, let me rewind it just a little bit, are images that are taken, and you can see... Oh man, it scrolls really fast. You can actually see the texture in these images. So this is utilizing a computer vision, or it's utilizing computer vision to see all of the differences in the image. So they may have moved it off slightly once, and you can see all of the different edges that are actually on the card. So you can see all of this texture, like on this Clefairy and everything. It's very accurate. It's very cool. You can also see up here, there's a little ding, which this TAG actually... their model recognizes, and they put it as an imperfection. So it's really cool seeing all of the different things. So you can see all of the lettering. You can see some of these images. You can see this is, I don't know what energy this is. That's kind of hard to read, but you can see that this is normal energy or colorless energy. You can see the weakness. This is also in Japanese, so I can't really read it, but it's really cool what they're doing for this. And they do it on both pictures. So they do it on the front and the back to show any sort of defects. And here you can actually see there's actually a breakdown that TAG gives you, and you can click these defects, and it'll take you straight to them. So you can see, here's the little defect that I pointed out earlier. I really only pointed it out because I watched the video ahead of time, but it shows you where the defect is that you might not be able to see. This could be a really small indentation in the card that you can't really notice, even if you look at it for a few minutes. But their cameras are able to detect these and pick these up. That might not be enough to, knock it down to a 9 or an 8 or anything. But this is how they actually use and grade these cards, and they actually have a leaderboard on the cards in the different versions. So that one you could see, but so this is his tag 10 that he has from the celebrations of a Charizard. And he actually has the number 1 overall, at least as this video was recorded. He had the number 1 overall Charizard from Celebrations. And you can scan that QR code that's at the top of all of your tag slabs, and it'll take you to the website, and you can go and look at your ranking and how the card ranks. It also takes you to see, I think, the defects as well. So that's really nice. I show you so this is what it looks like. So this is a pristine 10. So one thing he complains about is he doesn't like how pristine 10s don't look that different from the regular ones. So, in CGC or Beckett, you have a black label, or you have a fully black top label with gold numbering for pristines. They don't really do that. They just put pristine on it, so it doesn't really look that different. That's one of the things that I also don't like. I don't like how clear that these slabs are. I wish that these slabs had an actual, something in the top that was not translucent, that you could actually show up the letters would show up more clearly. I wish that they had a customization thing. I thought it would be really cool if there was some sort of customization for slabs where you could choose like this top rectangle. You could choose that color, and then you could choose the color of the lettering to kind of customize it to your collection. And maybe you like matching the cards or the theme of the cards. So like this Charizard, for instance, you could do an orange square, orange rectangle, and then have like maybe the color of his wings, maybe like a cyan or a teal color as the color of the lettering. I think that would be really cool, and you could customize it. It might be harder to sell, because the more you customize something, you have to kind of find someone who likes that, but maybe people don't really care. They only care about the grade. And if you get like an extremely high grade, then people will probably be more likely to overlook the customization on these. And so one thing that I think that this could actually add a new level up to the market is if TAG becomes one of these mainstays like CGC and Beckett and PSA, then the ranking system becomes a huge attribute to selling these cards, because the number 1 ranked Celebrations Charizard is probably worth more than maybe the number 57. So like the bottom of the 10s. So you can sell the higher ranked cards, the more perfect cards, for even more, and you might be able to get a better deal on the lower ranked cards. So there's lower ranked cards. So there's still 10s. So if you just want the 10, then you could get a lower rank. But some people might care, like, I want the number 1 Charizard card, or I want the number 1 like Giratina card, whatever card you really like. People would go after the number 1s. So I think that would be really cool for TAG to, or I think that's interesting how it could actually affect the market if TAG becomes one of these big grading companies like PSA and Beckett and CGC. And there's other examples of this. So there's a video game called CS2, and they have a big skin market, which they have tons of skins, and a lot of them are worth quite a bit, but some of them are worth more. So here, there's this Midnight Palm CZ775. It's probably not worth that much, but someone is selling it for $25,000 because the grade on it, the float, is really high. So this is the number 5 skin overall with the lowest float. And it's also probably the number 1 of the Midnight Palms, but depending on where it ranks in this leaderboard, people can sell it for way more because people are interested in just having the lowest or the highest grade possible. So I think that would actually be applicable in the tag grading if tag becomes really big and is a pretty big contender with the other big 3 grading companies. So I'm hoping that tag becomes big because I like what they're doing. I like their consistency of making an actual AI model utilizing computer vision to detect these defects and then to make these or use that to actually grade things. I think that's really cool, and you won't have any of these instances of receiving your card and getting maybe a 10 or a 9 and not knowing why. That's one of the main things that I really like about this. So I hope they blow up, but I do hope they change the slab because I don't like the look of the slab. I haven't felt one. I do like the CGC slabs, I think, a little more than PSA, but obviously PSA slabs kind of retain their value more because it's a majority of the market. So just ending thoughts, let me know what you guys think tag would do if you guys would grade with tag, if you think tag would be really like a boon to the market, and just let me know if you would think, or if you think that you would grade with tag in the future. And let me know what you think about their whole leaderboard system, if you think that would increase the value of the cards, depending on where they rank, and how you like the transparency of actually being able to see where their defects are on the card that maybe knock your card a few points. And then, obviously, just be careful on eBay because, some people could even be saying that they're trying to scam bots and they're trying to get over on scalpers, but maybe they're trying to just get a quick buck because they don't care who they're taking it from. They just are trying to get in on the market. Because this happened with NVIDIA GPUs too, that released recently. And lastly, go visit my site. I'll have Pokemon cards up there. I'll have Japanese sealed product. I might have English sealed in the future, stuff maybe that comes from my collection. But I will always show, especially if they're like loose packs, I'll show kind of where they came from in a video. And I'm going to try to link them on my website. I don't know how to do that yet, but I think it'd be really cool if like I have Vivid Voltage booster packs, individual ones, then I just do a video showing like where they came from, if they came from a tin or a booster box or whatever. And you could see that, these came directly from sealed product and it's not just something that I don't know, I have done anything with. So yeah, check out my store, buy stuff if you want. I'm trying to get some more Japanese stuff, hopefully some Terrestrial Festival, some Battle Partners, and some Shiny Treasures EX. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep opening, keep playing the game, doing videos, maybe more reacting content like this. I thought this was really cool, and I thought this was really scummy. So I hope you guys have a great day. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Let me know in the comments what I could do better, what you would like to see, if you want to see more of me just playing the TCG with my fiance with random decks. So, we're going to be doing build-in battles and opening ETBs and creating our own decks. We're new to this, so it's going to take us a while to get used to it and learning how to build decks. But so if you want to see that, or if you really only care about opening packs, I'm probably going to do both. So just to get more content, because I enjoy doing both, and I mean reacting to this content is kind of becoming something that you can do pretty often, because unfortunately there's been more and more scandals, it seems like, recently in the TCG space. So buy my stuff if you want. Like, subscribe if you think I did, or think if you want to keep watching my videos if I do okay, and just have a wonderful night.